Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Brett's Brain. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between angel investors and institutional venture capital funds. I'm Brett Brohl, former entrepreneur, current venture capitalist. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, do all those things, and ask us questions so we can help you in your entrepreneurial journey. Okay, what's the difference between an angel investor and a VC and the process in pitching them? So number one is uniformity. There's a lot less uniformity across angels than there is in institutional venture capital funds. And so what does that mean? Well, at a venture fund, yeah, we have different theses, we have different processes from a deal flow perspective. But in general, most venture funds are going to expect a lot of the same things. They're going to expect a process. They're going to expect the same type of pitch. They're going to expect the same types of data and information. So there's a lot of uniformity about how you can prepare to go out and raise from venture funds. With angel investors, there's a lot less of that. So different types of angels all over the place. They do all different kinds of things. Some people invest after the first meeting. That same angel might invest differently than another angel. And so there's a lot less uniformity across angels. And so it's harder to prepare when you're getting ready to go out and raise from them. All right. So number two is process. So what is the difference between that process of a fund and an angel? And so with a venture fund, while processes might be different, you can ask every single one of them, what is your investment process? We're currently in our first meeting. And so what is, from here on out, how do we go from first meeting to investment decision? And all of them should be able to pretty well articulate, this is how it goes. It's this, then this, then this, then this, and then we make an investment decision on you. And so there is a really well-oiled or well-defined process when you go to raise from a venture fund. Again, with an angel, that process within one angel might be very different from one time to the next. So sometimes it might be first meeting, let's make an investment decision. Second time, it might be, well, I need to have 4 conversations with you, or I want to talk to a customer, or I want to, go on a sales call with you. There's all different types of things behind how angel investors invest and like what their process might be. So again, it's harder to predict. Third, visibility. Where do you find these angel investors? It's a really hard thing to do. There's not like a website that just says, here's all the angels in your area, go pitch them. A lot of them like to be private, and that's okay. Where venture funds are out there, we're public, we have websites. We want you to come to us. We want you to pitch us. That's our job. Angel investors are intentionally oftentimes not super visible. And this leads to one other real key difference. Because of that visibility, it's much harder to prepare and do research on an angel, because there's not as much information out there about them. You don't know what they like. You don't know what they might be interested in investing in. You don't know as much about them. Whereas venture funds, you should be incredibly well researched prior to your first meeting with that investor. You should understand the person you're meeting with, what they're interested in, what they're like. There's going to be information out there about them. There's going to be a blog. There's going to be videos. There's going to be a variety of different things you can tap into. And so do your research. You should be well researched on one side. The other side is much harder to do. And so in that first meeting, you're trying to get as much information out of that investor, that angel investor, as you possibly can. Finally is motivation. Why are they investing? And so with institutional investors, you can almost always safely assume that the primary reason that they're investing is financial returns. Yeah, they might have another part to their thesis. It might be impact, sustainability, geography, other things like that they do care about, but without that primary goal of financial returns, they're probably not going to invest. So you got to be able to pitch that and tell them how you're going to make them a lot of money through this investment. On the angel side, angels, you never know why they're investing. A lot of them, yeah, financial return is really important, and it might even be the primary reason that they invest. That's probably the majority of them. But I know angels in my network that invest because they really like to give back to the communities in which they live. Some of them invest because they really enjoy mentorship, and a great way for them to mentor is to invest a little bit first and then get really involved with that company. Some of them just really want to have some sort of impact, so that social impact, that environmental impact, and so they're investing for that as their primary reason. And so you never actually really know why an angel is doing their angel investments. Great question to ask them in a first meeting. Say, hey, what really drives you to be an angel? So you understand, and then you can pitch to whatever is most important to them. So those are the 4 key differences between angel investor and institutional venture capitalist. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully there's a few key tips you can put in your next fundraise. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, do all those things, and ask us questions so we can help you in your journey.